guys, today I'm filming my winter makeup must-haves for 2017. If you guys are not familiar, I do film one of these seasonal makeup must-haves every single season, and I love showing you the products that I recommend and the things that I specifically plan on wearing for that season. And I do mention products for eyes, cheeks, lips, and nails. Some of these products are limited edition, some are discontinued, and others are permanent, and that isn't to rub it in your face if you're not able to get your hands on them. It is to remind you to pull these things out of your collection if you own them, and also I'm just letting you know the things that I will be wearing. And I have a ton of products in this video. Some of these are classic winter makeup products for me, and other of these are colors that I think are classic for me for wintertime, but products that I haven't given a ton of love to. So that's what I'm focusing on this year in my monthly makeup baskets, is giving some love to these products in my collection to see if I truly love them or maybe not. So that is kind of how it's going this year. I have a ton of stuff. Everything will be listed down below. These tend to be pretty long videos. I'm going to jump right in. So for winter time, for eyes, I really love wearing taupes and rose golds. On my cheeks, I like wearing plum and mauve. Lips, I also love wearing plum and mauve. And on my nails, I will do mauve, plum, taupes, silver. So that's the kind of color category I go for. Usually very cool tone with some mauve tones thrown in there as well. Those are just the shades that I love wearing in the winter. So you'll see a lot of that. So jumping in with the eye products, the first two things I have here are some liquid eyeshadows. The first is one of the e.l.f. liquid eyeshadows in the shade Rose Gold. This is such a beautiful metallic shade, and I have actually never tried this formula before, so I'm really excited to give this a shot. I'm wondering how this compares to the new Stila liquid shadows. And speaking of Stila, I will also be using the Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Next to Notte, this beautiful shimmery cranberry color. This is also a new formula to me, so I'm excited to test out both of these and see what I think. Then I have about 1,000,001 ColourPop Super Shock shadows. I love this formula still, and I have so many shades that are perfect. So the first one I have is Get Lucky, which is a gold. Usually gold is something that I wear in the summertime, but this is my go-to Christmas eyeshadow. I love wearing a deep red lip and wearing this on my lids. I think it is super beautiful. I absolutely love this gold. It isn't too yellow, but it has a beautiful metallic sheen to it, and it is an ultra metallic finish. And then I also have the shade Liberty, which is an ultra metallic silver. This looks like wet on your eyes. It is so stunning. I know a lot of people don't really wear silver, but I think it's really cool and something that I actually usually tend to reach for on New Year's Eve. Then I have some other silvery taupey kind of shades. The first one is I Heart This, which is a metallic finish, and this is a really unique shadow that is pretty, but this is one that I specifically tend to neglect, so I want to wear this some more and decide if it's something that I still want to keep in my collection or not. And then this other shade I haven't worn in my eyes yet, and I'm ecstatic to. This is the shade Koosh. It is an ultra metallic finish, and this is like a taupey silver color. It's really pretty, and I love the ultra metallic finish. So this actually might be the one that I go for this year for New Year's Eve, but we'll see. But I'm excited to wear that shade. And then I have a couple different variations of Rose Gold. Now, Rose Gold is something I used to really like wearing in the fall, and I still think it's beautiful, but I tend to reach for very warm tones in the fall. So I figured that Rose Golds and Taupes, those can all go together and be very beautiful, especially because I always pair either of those with a mauve. So I have 3 different Rose Gold ColourPop Super Shock shadows, and I wanted to show them to you all side by side so you can see the difference. I can tell you right now you don't need all 3, but since I have all 3, I will use them all. So here are my 3 Rose Golds from ColourPop. We have, starting on this side, we have LaLa, Weenie, and Muse. So Muse is a lot more coppery, and Weenie is more of a rose, and LaLa leans a little bit more on the gold side. So again, you don't need all 3 of these, especially I don't think you need both of these, but I think these will be beautiful lid shades that I'm excited to wear. And then I have 2 matte mauve Super Shock shadows from ColourPop in the shade Bill and Brady. As you can see, Bill is a lot more cool tone and more purple, and Brady is more warm and rosy, and I definitely neglect these, so I want to wear them more. As you can see, I've hit pan, but I want to use these more, and they actually do pair very nicely with some of those rose golds on the lid for a more monochromatic look. And then I have 3 Cranberry Burgundy Super Shock shadows. Right here is Drift, This one is Porter, and this is Hustle. So as you can see, Drift is the most red, Hustle is the most purple. Also, this one is matte, and both of these are more shimmery shadows, and this one really fits right in between. It's a lot more subtle of a red shadow. So those are all of the ColourPop Super Shocks. I think that's certainly enough. And then I have some single shadows. So here I put together my own little Z palette of some really awesome taupey, mauve, burgundy, purples. I think all these tones look so pretty together, and I'm really happy with the way that this little palette looks overall. It's so appealing to me. So here we have ColourPop High Strung, ColourPop Double Date, ColourPop Pinky Promise, ColourPop Going Steady, ColourPop 143, Makeup Geek Lucky Penny, Anastasia Pink Champagne, Anastasia Macaroon, and Anastasia Dusty Rose. So we have 3 mattes, and then we do have 6 metallic and shimmery shades. Next, I have the MAC Extra Dimension eyeshadow in the shade Smoky Mauve. It's a really great mix of mauve and purple, and it is so shimmery and beautiful, and it has a smoky quality to it without being too dark. And then for my MAC palette, this center row here are all of my favorites for winter. We have Yogurt, Satin, Taupe, Cranberry, Haux, and Deep Damson. Then moving on to palettes, the first is the Dose of Colors Marvelous Mauves. You have 5 matte mauve shades, all of different tones. I think they're so beautiful, and I think these would pair really nicely with a lot of those ColourPop Super Shock shadows. Of course, I have to feature the classic Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, these really beautiful taupey shades. My favorite shades in this palette are YDK and T's, which I actually have in single form as well. And then I have the Urban Decay Naked 3, which is a beautiful rose gold palette. Very monochromatic look, but this is actually my favorite out of all the Urban Decay Naked palettes. And the last palette is not new, but it is new to me. This is the BH Cosmetics Carli Bybel palette. This is the original one. I think this top row here of all these beautiful mauves and maybe mixing in some of these highlighters on the eye would be super beautiful. I'm excited to test out this formula. So those are all the eye products, and now moving on to the cheek products. So I choose a specific bronzer, contour, and highlight for each season because I do have quite a few, and I want to make sure that all of mine get proper usage. So my favorite bronzer for the winter time would definitely be Benefit's Hoola. This is such a classic shade on my skin tone. This pulls very neutral. Some people that are more of a medium complexion, this looks very cool, and on other people this can look very warm, but this is a great neutral tone bronzer for me. For contour, I have the NYX Blush in Taupe. This is the discontinued classic square blush, but they do have this shade in their new HD blush range as well. For highlight, the one I've been using for years is the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in the shade Superb. It's a really pretty taupey rose color, and I definitely want to use that, but I also wanted to try something a little bit different this year, and this is the MAC Extra Dimension eyeshadow in the shade Ready to Party, which is an opalescent shade, which would be a beautiful duochrome highlighter. I don't have any duochrome highlighters. It isn't really my thing, but I figured I already have this shadow. I might as well try it as a highlight, so I'll let you guys know what I think of that. I'm actually really excited, and maybe these two shades will pair nicely together because Superb can be a little bit dark on my skin tone. So then for blushes, I actually have quite a few, and they are all different variations in depth of mauve and plum blushes. I have the ColourPop Super Shock blush in the shade Cheerio, Clinique Cheek Pop in Heather Pop, e.l.f. blush in Berry Mary, which is very similar to NARS Sin, Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in Exposed, MAC Breath of Plum, the Balm In-Stain blush in Hound's Tooth. And then I also have 3 blushes in palettes that I will be reaching for as well. This is the Tarte Rainforest After Dark palette, and I'll be using this blush in the shade Unleashed. This is the Balm's Cabana Boy. This is sold as an individual product, but I have it in the Balm of Your Hand palette, volume 1. And NARS Goulet. This is a shade that you can buy individually if you are a VIB Rouge, but I have it in the NARS Guy Bourdin palette. I'm sorry if there was a change in the lighting. My camera died and I had to let that charge for a little bit, but I am back with the lip products. You can see I've got a ton here, all different variations of plums, berries, and mauves. So I have all of my lip products organized by lipsticks, lip glosses, and liquid lipsticks. And I do have a lot more products that I think would be awesome, but these are all products that I want to give some more love to. So I've chosen these specific ones to try to use during this winter season. So starting with the traditional bullet lipsticks, we have the Makeup Forever Artist Rouge Cream in the shade C211. This is just a little sample size. I have the ColourPop Lippy Stick in Cami, which is a matte X finish. I have the ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Flawless, which is a dupe for MAC's Rebel, and this has a satin finish. I have the MAC Patent Polish Lip Pencil in Kittenish. And then I have 3 of the NYX Butter Glosses. Tiramisu is a little bit of a deeper pink nude with a little bit of tan mixed in. Angel Food Cake is a mauve. And Cranberry Biscotti is this beautiful berry gloss. I have the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Aquarius, which is a cream finish. I also have the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in Bound, and this is just a little deluxe sample size. Moving on to liquid lipsticks. From ColourPop, I have one of the Ultra Satin Lips in Tiny Chum, which was part of the Hello Kitty collection. This was limited edition, unfortunately, but I haven't given this one much love, and this is definitely a very light shade compared to these others, but it might be nice with a really dramatic eye. Then I have the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Lumiere 2, which is a really beautiful purple mauve lip color. I have the iconic Dose of Colors lipstick in the shade Stone. I have the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Queen Bee. I have 4 Anastasia liquid lipsticks that all look very similar in the tube, but on the lips and in a swatch you can see the difference. So we have Dusty Rose, Soft Lilac, Catnip, and Allison. And the last one I have is my vampiest lip option, and this is the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in the shade number 14, Blackberry Sorbet. So here are the swatches of all the lip colors. We have the Makeup Forever C211, ColourPop Lippy Stick in Cami and Flawless, the MAC Patent Polish Lip Pencil in Kittenish, the NYX Butter Gloss in Tiramisu, Angel Food Cake and Cranberry Biscotti, the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Aquarius, the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in Bound, the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in Tiny Chum, ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in Lumiere 2, Dose of Colors Liquid Lipstick in Stone, Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Queen Bee, Anastasia Liquid Lipstick in Dusty Rose, Soft Lilac, Catnip, and Allison. And lastly, we have the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in number 14, Blackberry Sorbet. And lastly, we have nails, and guess which colors I like? I like nude, taupe, mauve, silvers, cool tone, metallics, and then I do have one Vampy Polish shade. I don't love the way that Vampy Polish looks on my nails, but the one I have to share with you I think is perfect for me. So the first 2 polishes I have are actually my Christmas manicure, and that would be Essie Double Breasted Jacket, a beautiful really cherry red, and then OPI Glitzerland, which is a stunning sandy gold. I use this as an accent nail on my middle and ring finger, and I'll wear this on the other nails, but this is just an amazing, amazing Christmas manicure, and I think both of these actually have really, really nice formulas. My nude nail polish favorite would be the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Brilliant in the shade Always Naked. This is a dupe for Essie Saint Tropez, and I love wearing this on its own to give me that mannequin hand look. It really lengthens the look of my fingers. And then I only have one taupe polish, and this is OPI Taupeless Beach, a really great mix of gray with a little bit of purple tone. It is the perfect taupe. And then I have a whole bunch of mauves. The first one is from Formula X in the shade Impeccable. Unfortunately, this line was discontinued, but from time to time they do pop back up on the Sephora website. And this is a little bit more of a warm mauve. And then I have KL Polish Zoe, which is a little bit more cool tone and more purple. If you can see them side by side, you can see the difference in the undertone. My next polish is a mixture of mauve and taupe. This is from 90 Lacquer, which is the brand created by JustFace90 here on YouTube, and this is in the shade S'more Hollow. And then I do have a polish combo that I absolutely love, and the first is a mauve polish. This is the L'Oreal Collection Privée in the shade Damson's Nude, and as an accent nail, I love using the L'Oreal Gold Dust Texture Polish in the shade The Statement Piece, which is like a white gold. Of course, this would be my accent nail. Then we have my cool tone metallic polishes. The first is Orly's Rage. I'm wearing this on my nails today, and even though this is described as a rose gold, I feel like it really pulls more like a rose silver. Next we have a classic that I'm so sad was limited edition. This is OPI Designer to Better from the Muppets collection. It is this really pretty chrome color with some copper reflex in it. And then I have a true metallic silver shade in the color DS Radiance. This is stunning, like liquid silver on your nails. It is so cool. Then we have Color Club Harp on it, which is a silver holographic. This is the most true holographic polish you'll ever find. This looks so beautiful in the sun. And then my last silver polish is actually a textured polish from OPI. It's their Liquid Sand collection in the shade It's Frosty Outside. And this is a silver base with lighter, more metallic silver glitter pieces in it, so it doesn't look flat silver on your nails. It actually looks very dimensional. And again, this is also a really good texture formula. And then we have my one vampy polish, and this is Zoya's Margot. This is a great mixture of both red and purple, even pulling a little bit more purple. Most of the time polishes like this on the nail always come out more red, but this has just the right amount of purple in it as well. So guys, that was a very long winter makeup must-haves. I would love to know what your winter makeup must-haves are in the comments down below. I would love to know if there are certain color tones that you tend to reach for during this season, and I would love to know your thoughts on any of the products that I mentioned. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.